Now, moving to regional diplomacy, a delegation of senior Israeli officials in Abu Dhabi today continued their discussions with counterparts from the other nations in the Negev Forum, the regional grouping composed of Bahrain, Egypt, Israel, Morocco, the UAE, and the U.S. The first Negev Summit of Foreign Ministers was held last year in Kibbutz Sde Boker. Now, the next meeting of foreign ministers is supposed to happen in Morocco in the spring. And the forum aims to implement the principles enshrined in the Abraham Accords in joint initiatives and projects. Well, joining us now from Abu Dhabi is Lior Hayat, spokesperson for the Israeli Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Ambassador Hayat, thank you for joining us. So tell us a little about what the discussions now underway in Abu Dhabi, and briefly, what are the initiatives and projects we can look forward to?
First of all, shalom from Abu Dhabi. We have started this morning the meetings of 6 working groups that were created, as you said correctly, during the Negev Summit in Sde Boker last March. Those working groups are supposed to bring to the 6 ministers that will meet in Morocco in the next few weeks a few projects. Each project should be a concrete way in order to help the citizens of the 6 countries and actually the citizens of the entire Middle East. The idea is to have a project that are relevant to all the countries and that deals with the works that we work. Deals with the issues that we face together. The 6 groups deals with energy, education and tolerance, regional security, food and water security, tourism and energy, and all those projects should be dealt with the 6 countries, and the idea is that by March or by the next meeting of the foreign ministers, we'll have a plan to go forward. In the Negev Summit that took place in Sde Boker in March, we decided not to do it as a one-time event, and rather is to create a process. In this process, we work together with our partners, right, both the UAE, Bahrain, Egypt, Morocco, and obviously the United States, that is a great supporter of the Abraham Accords and the Negev process, and the Negev Forum, and to build a better future for the entire region.
Well, Leo, let me ask you, there's one obvious absence here among countries that have peace treaties with Israel. That is Jordan. The U.S. supposedly wants to bring them in. Any possibility of that happening?
Well, Jordan was invited for the first meeting in Sde Boker. They are still invited to join. Actually, we built this forum in order to help to invite other countries that will sign the Abraham Accords, and they'll have a normalization process or a peace agreement with Israel to join in and to help us face those challenges that we all face. I hope Jordan will join in soon, and I hope other countries will continue the way of those leaders of Egypt, Jordan, the UAE, Bahrain, and Morocco, and will sign peace agreements with Israel and join the forum that we created.
Now, I do have to ask you, Leo, we are hearing some criticism from some of those countries you named, including the Emirates, about some recent moves that have been done in Israel. I'm talking about Minister Ben Gvir's visit to the Temple Mount. Is any of that, those tensions being reflected in those discussions you're having?
Not at all. Actually, this is we're working together. Everyone came here in order to work and to make a better future for the Middle East. I know there's a lot of politics going on, and even in the events such as the one I'm in Abu Dhabi, but we are trying to leave politics aside and to work on a better future for all of us.
All right. Well, certainly that first Negev Forum was unprecedented. I'm talking about the summit of the foreign ministers, and certainly it will be interesting to see how that develops towards one hopes will be the next one in Morocco in the spring. Lior Hayat of the Israeli Foreign Ministry. Thank you for joining us.
If I may add
Sure.
one more thing, because it truly is an historic event today. We have 150 people, and I saw you're posting the photo of the entire all of the delegations. We don't remember in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs an event that Israel participated in with Arab countries that had so many participants since the Madrid process back in the early 90s. We're talking about over 30 years, and it's another step towards peace in the region.
All right. Well, it certainly is a new Middle East. Lior Hayat, thank you for joining us on I-24 News.